Hello guys, Garcia here. This is part 6 of our Brigandine playthrough. So let's continue. We just need to execute the attack for this turn. So we are going to attack Xenodon here, which is this one here. So let's do it. It's been a while since we attacked with our secondary team. So let's hope. Ooh, Esgar's actually... They conquered Camelford. Camelford is the most important castle for the Olmeca Kingdom, so they are now in big trouble. So that means that up here I should have a way easier time, but I need to win this one first. I don't think this one is going to be hard, but it's going to take a while because they have 4 dragons actually. And I was checking before I started recording here, and in their castle, Xenodon, they actually have 1 dragon left over. They have a dragon that not any of the armies are using. They are not using. So that means that that dragon I wanted to have in this army since the game started, I finally will be able to get it if I conquer Xenodon here. I haven't lost any battle so far during this playthrough, but I usually lose at least a couple in every playthrough I do of this game. So probably I will lose one eventually, just hopefully not this one. Alright. The best part here is that they have like 3 ghouls and 2 scorpions. So they are basically almost borderline like useless units. So they should help us out a lot. Because one of the ways that you can make a knight retreat in this game is to basically have it lose most of its troops. Let's say they enter the game with like 15 troops and 3 knights. If you reduce them to like 8, they will retreat most of the time, you know? So there's like a critical mass of troops, of losses that they can afford to take during a battle. After you like surpass that, they will most surely retreat, you know? So that's why having the enemy army having a few very weak minions is actually a very good thing. As I said before, I don't like putting the unicorns in my main wall here. Trouble is the golems way too slow, so it is what it is, you know? Carlota. In the last time I played New Olmeca, my army was these 2 knights here. I'm going to show you guys. My main army was the leader of the Olmeca Kingdom, the young Prince Lance, Carlota here, and this guy here. Not this guy, actually. There's an even weaker knight that is like 13 years old. His name is like Alsace or something like that, and he starts at level 1. So I started like a super weak team and I evolved them until level 30, so it was very fun. This is not looking too good here in terms of wall building. Well, the next ones to act is going to be Icelands here, so it should be fine. Yeah, no, we are fine, we are fine. He's not going to be able to move a whole lot here because I was already building the wall. But you need the angel and the demon in the second line behind the wall so they can use their spells. So as I was saying, I did use these 3 super weak knights in my last Olmeca playthrough. And it was very fun because they start very weak. But if you get like super weak knights and turn them into very strong knights, you have your original super strong knights and also the weak knights, you know, that are now super powerful. So it's just a... Yeah, unfortunately I think I'll have to do this regardless, meaning putting an angel here. I don't like doing it, but I'd rather risk the angel than risk my unicorn here, my Pegasus. Okay, So as you can see, I moved like very aggressively here. So I'm already in range for the spells of Carlota here. But I felt like I needed to because they have way too many dragons. So I need that to happen right away. I need the dragons to advance so I can kill a few of those. Oh man, that was a terrible result for the attack for us. Oh, a critical in my fairy, how dare you. Leave my fairy alone. Yeah, the fairy's probably dead here. No, it is not going to reach the fairy, I think. But it's going to reach my entire front line here. That's terrible. But that's a problem with fighting this type of enemy, sorcerers. It's always annoying. Alright, that was probably a mistake. Yeah, her entire right side is unprotected here. Obviously, the other troops are going to move from this guy here, low fall. Trouble is, they are not going to move very far because they are too slow. So we might have won this already, just by troop positioning. Let's see if the Griffin can reach. So let's go and attack her right away. No reason to not do that. I think we have enough attacks to bring her down like this turn. Angel and the demon. The demon's almost evolving here. So I'm actually going to give the kill to the demon. Just don't miss the attack, please. We have been having problems with like our minions here constantly missing attacks against mage type characters, which should not happen. There you go, we have a level 10 demon. Oh, a dragon! Oh, if the dragon stays until the end, this is going to be awesome. I don't want to use Holy Word here because I don't want to hurt the dragon. Because if she runs away so the dragon stays, so that means we can put the dragon in our army, which is what I want to happen. So I'm not going to attack the dragon here. That said, I need to like move my troops around a little bit here. Like this, just to be... Yeah, I'm actually not going to attack here. I'm just going to reallocate some troops. Yeah, this guy is going to have to stay here. Behind the angel and the demon here. And I'm going to actually attack the ghoul, which is one active troop of the enemy still. I'm going to heal the... I don't think I need to heal the fairy because the giant that attacks is not here anymore. They don't have any ranged enemies here. So I'm going to heal the angel. Just because I don't want to use the angel anymore doesn't mean that I want him dead, you know? The Jinn, we could like... Well, I don't actually care a whole lot about the Jinn, so I'm going to just give him some XP if he survives. He's already level 8, so he might be useful later on. There you go. And I'm going to relocate you here. Charlene, I'm going to send her to this side. Let me use protect with the fairy here. Let's protect the Jinn. Okay. Now let's heal with the Pegasus. Who should... Here. Now we have the Angel. I'm going to actually use Divine Ray here. Yeah. Oh. Pretty close. Good XP though. They might not retreat here, because they still have a lot of troops. But they probably will. That's why I was trying to make a makeshift wall here, just in case they don't retreat. But they did. Sometimes it happens when you kill an enemy knight, but they have enough troops to stay. They just decide to don't retreat at that particular moment. There you go. So we got a couple of dragons because this fort already had a dragon. And we already have... Oh, Charlene got a level, that's great. Oh, there's more attack going on. Oh, they lost. Oh, the situation is so complex right now. We're going to take a look at it. She's reading some inscriptions on the wall. And got injured, because why not? Oh. He's saving a pixie. Oh, yeah, this is one of the knights you usually get during these quests. Dougal. This guy's actually very, very good because he has a colossal amount of rune power. He's like one of those guys that like abandoned civilization. Then he just said, "I hate humans." So but the war finally has reached him in the place in which he isolated himself into. So now he decided to come back. He has a very high rate of rune power, so he can be useful. Problem is you always get him like too late in my experience with the game. So I usually don't even use him that much. If you got like him in the first year, it would be super awesome. But I usually never get him that early. So let me show you guys the guy. Dougal, there you go. So he is a level 2, but he has 268 rune power as a level 2. Chantail is a druid that I've been using since the beginning of the game, and he has 205. So as you can see, it's just a colossal difference. So we might use him in the future. Not now, but eventually we will use him. Let me just see what the new equipment is. Wing shoes. Defense +2, move down, move type high sky. Oh, move type high sky is the same move type as dragons, which are creatures that can fly, but they fly slowly. And +2 defense. So if you have like a super slow troop, you can give it to the troop. That's a shame. If I could equip this in a golem, it would be awesome. Alright, so let's send this Dougal and everybody else to quest here. Philo, Sophia, Galland, Dougal, Langboard. Alright, so the main team is here. So let me show you guys how incredibly complex the situation is right now. So, in the west here, we have right in the exact middle of the Olmecian Empire, you have Camelford, which is the most important castle they need to defend, and they just lost it. So their kingdom is fractured right in the middle, and part of their troops are in Flogaru, I think it's called, the main castle of the Norgardian Empire, which means that they have troops in 3 completely separate places. Norgard only has the 2 castles that they have been getting back and losing constantly for like at least like 10 turns. So the only one that's really excelling here is Carleon, because they already have 3 extra castles beyond the ones they usually have. And Aeskelio kind of recovered, but they still have 2 less castles that they should have. So as you can see, the situation is very complicated. I don't even know who of the 3, either Norgard, Almekia, or Esgars, who is going to kill who, you know. I'm trying not to get involved too much, but as you can see, they have a lot of troops here on this side of their kingdom here. So they have this second part that is separated from everything else too. But they have good troops here. But they only have... oh, they have the Salamander here. The Salamander is actually extremely powerful. So there's 2 types of dragons that you can evolve in this game. There's the Red Dragon and there's the White Dragon. The White Dragon becomes a Fafnir later in the game. at level 20, which is like a super powerful like golden dragon. And you have the salamander, which is the last evolution of the red dragons, which is basically possibly the most powerful unit that you can have in the game, other than like the special units like the Lucifer or the Loki, which is the ones I have the potion to make. So they might be able to hold on to this here, but here's going to be a really big problem. They have one army, and Carlota, we just killed her not killed her, we defeated her in battle, so that means they only have 2 knights to defend like the most important part of their kingdom here. So they are really in trouble. They overextended big time here, or they maybe like underestimated the fact that even with little to no troops, Norgard could conquer the castle back, you know. But that's good for us, because that means that they will have to attack here to start connecting back their kingdom here. So probably we might have a chance to be the ones to finish off Norgard, maybe. We'll see. But for now I want to work on the troops here. I think we gotta level up, yes. The demon is going to become an archdemon, so we need 15 more rune power. So let me reallocate a little bit here. So I'm going to remove the level 6 angel. I know I know it's an angel, it is very good, but I really need a front line. I'm going to remove the golem. It hasn't helped us a whole lot anyway. I'm going to evolve the demoness here, so now archdemon. Now with this I'm going to try to shove a dragon here somehow. So first of all, Paternus here does not need one angel and one demon. So I'm going to just move the demon somewhere else. 55. I need 50. Oh, actually I can do this, then this. There you go. So he's perfect. 280. Oh, we are not going to have enough, clearly. We are missing 1 rune point. No joke, 1 rune point. And our guys are all of them are already equipped, so I can't equip anything to raise their rune power here. So I'm going to have to remove somebody else here. I can remove the Jinn and put a Scorpion in its place, like this. So that would give me some extra room to work with here. Which put the angel here. There you go. Now it worked. Of course, we lost a good angel and a good Jinn too, and a good golem and all that. But the most important part is to have these 2 dragons here. Now we have a extremely respectable front line here. The main problem with this team is that this team is already too powerful, and that's a problem because they are not going to level up a whole lot. So that means that their rune power is going to be static, which means that when our creatures are ready to level up or to evolve to their next evolution here, we won't be able to do it. That's why the idea is to level up these guys as much as possible, and then eventually split them up into 2 different teams, so they can give good creatures to like new troops that are just starting, you know what I mean? That's the idea. So for now, that's what we are going to do, and we are going to have to delete, unfortunately, everything here, because we don't have anybody else to give those troops to, and we are going to have to retreat this turn anyway, so we are not going to give those troops back to either Norgard or Almekia here. So let's be smart about this. So sometimes some creatures will have to take the bullet for the betterment of the Empire. So there you go, let's execute. So now we are going to attack down here. So let's see who's going to actually conquer this. If Norgard is going to conquer this again, or if Almekia is going to advance here and here. This is the most interesting situation on the map right now, what Almekia is actually going to do. We'll see. I'm pondering about attacking this guy, because eventually our conquest is going to actually start here. probably conquer everything because we just need to defend 2 castles to keep the entire south here. So it's very useful actually. Every time the music bugs, I lose my concentration. Oh my god, this is a nightmare. Three conjurers, 3 mages. I have 3 different types. We have a druid, an enchantress, and a warlock. All of them have area spells. This is a nightmare. Hopefully they don't attack us. I'm not going to attack them at all. Oh, they only have Lekara. Lekara is one of those knights that if you send you actually need to send a specific person. I'm going to show you guys here. Here. So this lady right here, Amelia, I think she's the best friend of Marriott, which is the sister slash romantic interest of the leader of Caerleon here. I know what I just said. I didn't misspeak. I'm not going to explain this story right now. It's very, very complicated. But the important part is this media lady, you send her in a quest, and she brings back this lady right here, Lekara, which is she's a mystic. So she's kind of a hybrid between a healer and a conjurer, a mage. So she has healing spells, she has flight, she has charm, so causes enemies to fight with each other. And you have she also has Genofrost, so she's a perfect fusion between a healer and an actual like offensive mage, you know what I mean? So there she met Melia and felt a strange fate within her. She decided to follow her. There you go. So there are this, after you play with every single nation, you start seeing some knights that show up at particular times, like 1 year, 2 years after the games has started, and you're like, oh, so it is that time of the game, you know. So you start like identifying the faces and the names, you know. Jesus, we are really in trouble. There's no like good spot for us to attack this turn. I'm going to have to attack here just because there's no summoners, but there's actually a lot of troops here. That said, they have also 3 goals. Shutlace is another one that you need to send, you need to get him in a quest to. Marriott is the lady I was just talking about. So basically what happens, as far as I can remember, because it's been a while, it's I think they discovered that Kai, which is the king, and her, they have been like raised like brothers, but they discovered that they weren't brothers at all. So the king like develops actual like romantic feelings towards her. But I think in the end she ends up like leaving Caerleon to go on a journey to like find herself, you know? That, I mean, in the Caerleon ending. Again, we are not going to see that story. There's a bunch of stories you just see if you are playing with a particular kingdom, obviously. So we are going to focus on Leonia here. Okay. So Kylov is a samurai. I hate using the English verbiage like a samurai. I know he's a samurai, you know. I can't speak the Japanese version. So now that he's a samurai, he can actually start getting XP for himself. So he's going to level up way faster now. This is the giant. We're going to evolve to a titan, which is the different version of the evolution of the giants. We are going to have a Gygas and a titan. Obviously, if they don't die, this is always like presuming that they survive. And I can't even say like, oh, I didn't lose anybody. Remember, we lost the Holy Griff in the first episode, in the first battle. So yeah, it wasn't great. Okay, so we still have time to move our troops around here. Phoenix. Rock. I just put the Scorpion in just to use the rune power while the other creatures evolve, you know. So they decided to not attack us yet. So 17, 15. So we both act first. So I'm going to position my wall here on this side because the only guy that acts in the middle of our team here is this Bio Art dude here, or Bow Art. So that means that these will be the ones we're going to start fighting with. So to avoid attracting the bishop here, we're going to move to this side. Probably better. Problem is to move like the giants and troops like that is awful because they don't move around a whole lot. Okay, the Holy Griff. I'm gonna try to keep him here. There you go. So let's reallocate this. The Gygas goes here. The Unicorn stays here. So there you go, he didn't move, that was the plan. So hopefully, I probably will have to keep him here anyway. I didn't want to, but it's probably the best solution. The giant is going to be attacked here for sure. So it's going to be great bait to give us a enemy for Kylov to kill. Level up. There you go, decent enough wall. Marriott for sure is going to move this turn. Yes. There's a certain like a critical distance. Once you get past the distance, the minimal distance, they will basically always attack. So you can always predict. Okay. That is just terrible. I hate when that happens, when the AI just gives you the victory just like on a platter, you know? Just so bad. Like, what's the idea here of like putting Marriott in this situation here? That's like completely... That's the worst possible idea you could possibly have here. Alright, so Merrick is already dead, unfortunately. That was not the plan. I was trying to grind this one out to give Kylo some experience. But this one's probably going to win before it starts. I wish I could give him the kill, but the positioning here is not awesome. But I'm going to try to get as much experience for everybody here as possible. I'm actually going to attack the giant here. As I said before, the main problem with the AI in this game is that it has no ability to adapt. It basically always does the same thing in the same situation. Oh, not Divine Ray. I want Holy Word. What if I just don't kill her right now? I could do that too. Yeah, I'm actually not going to. Oh, sorry. I'm going to use just Divine Ray here. I'm not going to give Linus any real XP this battle, but I'll be giving somebody else, so that's useful too. Alright, so I need to hit the golem at least one more time. Not at least, one more time should be enough. Yeah, that's definitely is enough. Okay, now what else can I do here? I can give some damage to the Scorpion. Alright, the Gygas, unfortunately, nothing for you to do. There you go. So he's going to get a couple of kills here, worth of XP. So Marriott, this is a strategic retreat. We are not giving up. Sure. The Carleon Kingdom is the most upbeat kingdom in the entire game. Like, everybody's super positive and all that stuff. There's not a whole lot of intrigue between the knights. But they are probably my favorite kingdom just in terms of like likable characters. I like the Norgard Kingdom like the best just because it's the one I play the most, it's the one I find more interesting just in terms of what knights can you use to play. I find the characters in Carleon the most likable, and I find Icecalia the most interesting because there's always something crazy happening, and all the characters are insane. Oh, she got a level in the end. And the music broke. Okay. The only way to interrupt the cycle is to enter a menu, so we are going to have to wait. The music actually broke. It's so funny, man. It happens sometimes. Not like playing in the PS1, I never had that problem. Oh, this is the ghost girl that's crying on the tree. I not mistook. I thought the bridge quest was the one with a spirit, but no, this one. Oh, look at the rainbow. She looks in the direction of the rainbow, and then the girls disappear. The girl disappears. Sacred amulet. Cool. Oh, the music. My god. My ears. Come on. Just because the music broke, every single night we decided to return in the same turn. It's hilarious. It's amazing. Ice Javelin. Sure. We already have a what's her name? I forgot. Charlene, our spear lady. She uses this exact item, the Ice Javelin. Ooh. Everybody came back. There you go. Oh, Jesus. Thank you. Alright. So let's check our troops here. So the giant is level 9. Okay. This rock, this is the one that evolved. Alright, now we are going to start to have some actual trouble. Because we have 10 rune power available with Chantail here, plus 5, so we have 20. But we need more than that, I think. We need 25. So we need Kyloff to get some levels to be able to use another Phoenix. So that means that we are going to have to use a rock that is already a Phoenix, but we cannot evolve it, which is this one. But without evolving it, because we just don't have rune power to use it. But that's okay, I think. Can be a problem, but right now I think it's fine. Oh, let's actually check the sacred amulet. White resist up. That's something that definitely most of our characters don't need. I could give like a rune power item to one of the knights in the team here, but I'd rather not, because the main problem is that you are using a rune power item in place of like a weapon or like a shield or something like that. Something that like technically helps during battles, you know what I mean? So I usually don't like doing that a whole lot. Even though I am doing this actively with Kyloff here, but he hasn't been leveling up a whole lot so far. Has been slow going, to say the least. Okay, so our main team is going to retreat. And the team in Aston is ready, so we are going to attack. Oh, not Aston, sorry. The team in Humber is ready, so we are going to attack this turn. So let's go. Alright, so let's see what we can do here. Yeah, this we can definitely take them on here. Just don't know if that's a great idea. And no joke, the song broke again. That's amazing. Okay, so he has 3 giant scorpions, which is actually not that great. Yeah, I think this is a decent place to attack. Obviously, the best idea possible is to attack here, right? But I actually want to see how this is going to go. Oh, but they are very depleted now. They basically have no troops left. So actually, you know what? Let's just go and attack. Let's see what's going to happen. I think they will retreat like instantly, but maybe not. So let's check. Oh, no, there you go. That's exactly what I thought was going to happen. So there you go, we lost an attack because, as I said, sometimes they just get the priority. I think it's because their castle is like the distance between their castle slash city slash fort in relation to the castle they are attacking is like way smaller than the distance between my castle and the castle I was attacking. So because of that, they probably got the priority because they just arrived earlier. Makes perfect sense, right? Just in terms of it's just like just simple physics, right? So they attack here, they reach earlier because the castle obviously is closer, you know. So that means that everything they have is like right here. So they are going down, and they are going down pretty soon. Maybe we can get someone up in the fallouts. Usually when a kingdom goes down, a few knights go to other nations, you know, to continue. Maybe we can get someone from Norgard. I frankly don't remember. If I did, I would be telling you guys, but I really don't. But we might get someone. Doesn't matter who it is. Just an extra like knight to send to quests is already good enough. Especially now that we are almost starting to... Jesus, I did the same thing 3 times here. Oh, I'm using move. I need to use quest. That's why it's not working. So I'll give you guys an example. When the Esgar's kingdom goes down, which is the purple kingdom here on the middle, they have 2 twins. Obviously, twins. There are 2. They called Mira. They are called Mira and Millet, or Myra and Millet. I don't know. Probably Mira and Millet sounds better. It's 1 Lancer and 1 Sorceress. And when the kingdom goes down, they are obtainable by quests. So if you quest, you can find them in one of the quests and bring both in. And they are very powerful. Actually, let me see if I can find them here just to show you guys. That's one of the most interesting stories in the game, in my opinion. Let's see if they are up here, if they took part in the attack. No. Let's see if they are here. Where are they? Just because I wanted to show them, they are not here anywhere. Here, Millet, one of the sisters. So take a good look. Alright, so that's her picture. There you go. So now, let's look for Millet. Mira, actually. There you go, see? So the twin sisters. And they are both very, very good because they have massive rune power. And they are already both like level 10 when you start a game. So if Esgar's goes down, we need to send a bunch of people to quests like we've been doing. So we can eventually get them through one of the quests, you know what I mean? Why this guy's not going to quest? I did this like 5 times. What now? Please, tell me it's working. Because I was so concentrated on the story of the twins here that I forgot to execute correctly the thing here. Okay. Alright, so pretty soon we're going to stop sending a few people to quest because we are going to start using them. But this turn we should be fine. So this turn we could potentially attack twice, it just depends on how the dice are going to fall here. Okay, so let's see what our main team can do here. So as always, avoid the leaders. They are also avoiding us, by the way. Few sorcerers. Never good. Also two sorcerers. They have so many of those. Oh, Sierra is here. Okay, so if I attack here, it's going to be Sierra, a bow here. I don't know if they would bring Shutleys here, because this guy here has way more troops. That's a lot of troops, by the way, my god. But yeah, I think this is the best one to attack here. Because they do have a lot of troops, but nothing like too crazy. And let's see up here. So this might be the final battle of the Norgard Kingdom. During our playthrough here, they are going to go extinct. They went the predictable route, which is using the three most important knights here. But I don't think this is enough. Question is, who is going to give the killing blow? If it is Esgar's Empire, they have access in two directions here. But Almekia has actually access via 3 different castles here. So they can potentially like form a super team to kill them, you know. That's not my problem, so let's just wait to see what's going to happen. I am not attacking here at all. Zmekas is the leader of one of the 4 leaders of the Esgar's Empire, the main one. He's very dangerous because he's the only guy in the game that has the crossbow. So it's called the Tempest Bow, attack with huge crossbow. And he also has a Geno Thunder, which is a area thunder spell, which is a better version of the Geno Flame spell. So yeah, let's avoid this guy like the cross. And yeah, let's attack here. This is way more decent, but this attack also might not work this turn because they might move again to attack Vaynard here. So we'll see. So let's recheck here. Let's actually save, it's been a while. So I'm trying to be careful when I talk about like a knight's story, try to give like the context and stuff. But maybe sometimes I'm just like talking and you're like supposed to know something else beyond what I'm saying to understand the story. So I'm trying my best to like provide the context, but it might not be enough. Or I might not be doing enough, which is probably what's happening. Oh, there you go. So there goes the entire south of the Almekian Kingdom. Oh, they actually attacked and won. That's crazy. Oh man. I completely forgot about that. They could still attack that particular castle there. It's so surprising how long they are lasting, you know? They shouldn't be alive at this point. Since we started attacking them with this army right here, they have been like destabilized, or I don't know how to say that word in English. They have been in trouble since we started attacking them at the beginning of the game. And 2 years in, 2 years, that means like more than 24 turns. And they are still around. That's very impressive. But that also shows that attacking is actually way better than just turtling and defending. Every turn that they lose something, they try to get it back, you know? So that has been helping them a lot. If they were like just defending, for sure they would already be dead by now. Okay, giants. Another one that's almost completely leveled up, but we can't use 2. We need a lot of XP. The Gigas. Problem with the giant units is that even when they are leveled up, they are still too slow. You know. There you go, the battle started. Sometimes they do that. They like don't move with all of their troops, but they move with like the centaur or a Jin. So the battle ends up starting, you know. That's actually very good for us because when you think about it, this is our unit. Of our units, this unit here is the closest one to their troops here, but their mage is right here, their sorceress. That means that she cannot use spells next turn, so she's going to have to waste a turn to move. So that's a positive. That said, we still are not completely and properly set up here, so let's try to create a kind of a wall here. Okay. So far, no like horrible mistakes on their part here, but will happen pretty soon. That's my guess. I am not going to move. I don't see any reason to move here. So instead, I'm going to actually use protect here. I'm going to protect the rock that is already evolved. So hopefully it doesn't die during this battle here. Yeah. Okay. Alright, Chantail, I need to move him a little bit, I think. Let me see. Maybe to this side. Like this. The Gigas, we need to put the Gigas here. Oh man, that's aggressive. That is like the most aggressive move you can make in the entire game, which is like putting like a sorcerer like in front of the wall. That's crazy. But that's also interesting because it hasn't happened yet during the playthrough, as far as I remember. There you go. So the wall is holding steady here. So he decided not to move. So hopefully I can give Kyloff a little bit of XP this time around, but we'll see. Oh, he can actually attack the dragon and the golem here. Oh, that's actually amazing. Wait, can I do this? Oh. Yeah. I was trying to deal several attacks to the dragon here, but unfortunately it's not going to be possible. So I'm going to move the Phoenix to attack here. I am going to use you here. Oh, damn it. That is not what I wanted to do. I misclicked. I wanted to attack the dragon actually. But that's okay, whatever. So I'm going to position here just to be able to deal an attack with Kyloff here next turn. Like maybe here. And she can use Curse. So I'm going to use yeah, I'm going to try to kill the Centaur here so I can have access to Sierra, which is the sorceress. By the way, I've played this game so many times that I refer to the troops by name because I know their stories. So I don't like, I'm like, I'm going to attack the knight here and then I'm going to attack the cleric, which there are no clerics, they're just like bishops, priests, and things of that nature. So I kinda go by name, you know. Alright, so this is going to be an amazing holy word here for Lioness. That said, let's choose carefully our targets here. Actually, I think she can kill Sierra from here. I'm almost 100% sure. Okay. Can I kill you? Nope. Alright. I probably should have done this a little bit differently than how I did it here. I probably needed to attack with the Phoenix. Sierra here, so I should have killed this enemy with the Griffin to open the way for the Phoenix to attack. That was definitely a mistake. That said, we're going to act with a Chantel before her turn, so we should be able to get this done, I think. But she's going to take a good amount of damage here, and not as good as I thought. Okay. So down goes the Centaur. Okay, so she killed 3 units actually. It was better than expected. I forgot about the giant scorpion there. So as you can see, Holy Word is just insane. What can I do with the giant here? Let me think. Obviously I'm not doing this here. I don't think it's a good idea at all. I actually don't know what to do with this guy. Maybe I should attack Sierra here, just because I don't have anything else to do with the guy here. Oh my god, I was not expecting that much damage. That's crazy. That's way more than I was expecting he was going to deal, you know? Okay, so let's focus here. What else can I do? I want to give Chantel here a little bit of XP too, if possible. That's actually dangerous what I did here. Luckily the damage was not that high, but that was not a good idea. Alright, so the Angel is probably not going to die here. Even if I use like the Thunder spell, which is the best spell my druid can use right now. Let me see if there's someone like really close to dying here. And not really. I'm going to heal the Gygas just to keep him safe. Out of range, you know what I mean? Okay. And now... yeah, I don't think anybody's going to die here, but at least the damage will be decent. And the best part about this is that Bo, which is the cleric up there, the bishop, he's going to retreat for sure. But then our character acts before the third knight from Kellyan. That means that we definitely will be able to give Kylo a kill, which is what I wanted, so that's great. I mean, I'm saying definitely, but it's not looking amazing here. The only guy that he can actually attack is the giant, but the giant has a lot of HP right now. I'm not getting lucky with leveling this guy. I don't think I've ever had that much trouble to level up a knight before. I'm just not have been able to position himself. I have not like been able to position him in the battlefield like correctly in a way that allows him to get killing blows, which is what actually gives you XP in this game. Oh, I could use Dimension, right? There you go. I actually think this is a better idea. If I can actually attack his knight, the enemy's knight here, I probably... oh, I can probably kill the dragon, maybe. probably maybe. So here's the situation. In a pure, just simple attack situation, just going and attacking an enemy that's like at mostly full health. In that situation, just attacking a knight is always going to give you more XP than attacking any enemy in the game, any monster. But if we can like get a critical and kill the dragon, we are going to get like 500, 600 XP. I'm actually going to roll the dice here. I'm going to attack the dragon. If it doesn't work, that's okay. Oh, it needed to be a critical, as I said. But that's fine. At least he got a little bit of XP. But as you can see, it's not that it's super hard to level up a like melee character. It's not only there's also the lancers. There's also the barbarians, the knights. So there's a lot of like melee characters. The ninjas, but the samurai is the easiest one to level up out of all of these guys. I've just not have been lucky at all. But he's the one that needs to level up the most because he's going to get a lot of rune power. But luckily the other two knights leveled up, so okay. So our first attack worked. So let's see the second one. Charlie. There you go. Alright, so this one is slightly more annoying than the last one because Milligant is here and he's an Avenger. That means that he has the curse spell. If you forget about that and just like normally fight him while he's like in front of your creature wall, if you forget that he has curse, he can totally kill like a powerful angel or a powerful unicorn or even like a bishop. If you don't pay attention, you know, he's actually kind of dangerous. Obviously, all the knights that are level 20 are mostly dangerous, right? But he's like particularly dangerous because he has that one skill that you sometimes forget that they have while you're moving your troops around, you know? So for example, the angel and the unicorn, I have to... unicorn, actually he's already a Pegasus. I always call them unicorns, like this one. I need to avoid letting my Pegasus and unicorns be like at 2 hexes of distance from Milligant. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Okay. I hate stages like this that have like a bridge in the beginning. There should be a pain in the ass just to make your movement more annoying, you know. Just a troll geographic choice. Okay. The only problem with the dragons is that they start really slow before they evolve to either a red dragon or a white dragon. But other than that, they are the best units in the game, in my opinion. You have like super special units that are super great, but usually like the last evolution of the demon, for example. But you usually are going to have like one of these in the army, just one. Dragons you can have like 3, 4. And that's obviously amazing. You can have like one red dragon and one white dragon with the same knight, you know. When I play with Vaynard, which is the king of Norgard, I usually give him the 2 white dragons, so he starts with 2 white dragons, so you can imagine that he demolishes everybody. And he has like, they become Fafnirs, which is the golden dragons. So that means that pretty early you have a knight that is powerful on its own, but it also has 2 golden dragons, level 20s, you know, just insane. I'm trying to spread the wealth here a little bit to make the wall make a little bit of sense. Okay. And Charlene is gonna go up here. Not perfect because of the dragons. They are, as you can see, both dragons are behind the wall. You can move like slower to make the wall make even more sense, you know. but I don't like doing that. I'd rather have every battle in this game lasts 12 turns. So if you take too long, you either are not going to have enough turns to finish the battle, or the enemies might start to retreat before the battle. So it's kind of a complicated situation. That's very good positioning for us. The only problem is that the grappler, which is the class this knight here has, actually has a lot of HP, but we should be fine. Their position here is actually very decent because they are going to move first. There you go. Oh, there goes my griffin. Oh man, that's brutal. At least he's in position for Divine Ray, so that's not that terrible. But probably we should kill the grappler, not Melegant here. It's going to require a lot of effort to kill. Okay, so what are we doing here? Of course we're not attacking with the griffin here. I don't want to lose him either, so... That's actually slightly complicated. So I need to focus on doing damage to the grappler. So let's use Curse on him. Curse on Melegant is not going to do any damage basically. He has 3 dots of, actually 2 dots of protection against black elements. So it doesn't help a whole lot. I am not going to attack with the Griffin this turn. He is already kind of low. This dragon right here is going to probably use his breath in the next turn, so we need to end the battle on this turn. So I can use a Divine Ray on him, but it's not going to help me a whole lot because I don't have anybody else that's going to attack him. Instead I'm going to use Holy Word. I just think it's more useful here. I'm not going to do like a whole lot of damage. He's not as powerful as Leonia here is. She's already almost level 20. So she's almost surpassing him already. But when fighting Leonia, he's actually always the most annoying enemy because of the Holy Word. Alright, you're not attacking. Okay, so let's think what I can do with the monk here. I can't reposition a whole lot. Actually, let me bring in the... There you go. I'm going to use this Griffin here as bait, just to hold these troops back here. There you go. And I'm actually going to heal with the... Actually, I'm going to move the angel. That's probably a better idea. So next turn he can use Divine Ray if I survive. The main problem with the monk is that the only spells that he can use is the healing spells, so if you don't move him to the front lines, you can't do anything with him. But like for example, if I move him here, I can kill the ghoul, but he's going to get exposed to a bunch of attacks. Just not a good idea. So let's use heal on the Griffin again, just to make sure that he's not going to die. Okay, so Charlie is going to move now. Okay, so now we need to focus all of our attacks on this guy here. So hopefully we can bring him down. So she can use Spear Throw, but that's a desperation move. But I think we're going to have to use it here because I don't think I have enough damage, frankly. Oh, the dragon. I forgot about the dragon. Come on, Mr. Dragon. It's your chance to shine. Thank you. Thank you very much. My man. I knew that bringing dragons to the army is going to be a positive for us. So there you go. That solves everything. See, I did not have enough damage, but the dragon saved everything. There you go. So she's probably going to get a level of this. Right? Nope. By 32 XP. So let's heal again. Another griffin that needs healing. Luckily, Leonia has healing basically everywhere. So if you commit like a mistake, or if there's like a troop of yours that's like taking a lot of attacks, you can just heal it through the entire battle, you know? I don't know if they are going to retreat here. We'll see. Oh, I'm so glad he didn't use Divine Ray there. My Griffin would be probably dead. Yeah, so they decided to retreat, so that's great. Mandrake. Giving some extra XP to the Griffin. There you go, using the breath before leaving. We haven't been seeing them do that a whole lot because we haven't been fighting that many dragons so far. But usually when the enemy is retreating, before they retreat, they try to get some XP for their creatures, which makes perfect sense. Oh, we have a level 9 Pixie, that's actually really good. The level 10 Pixie gains a spell called React, which means you can attack twice in the same turn. That's amazing for XP purposes. That's actually a good idea to give a Pixie to Kyloff. So he can... Oh, I actually got another Wisdom Seed. That's crazy. So he can act twice in the turn, so he can move near the front line, and in the second... we got a creature. So in the second movement that is going to get in the turn, the second action, you can use the Eye Slash, you know. Trouble is, I would have to transfer this fairy somehow, and I don't know how to do that because I can't unite my armies right now. They need to stay where they are. Cortina. Cortina is a funny name because Cortina in Portuguese basically means drapes. So it's like you close the window, then you like close the drapes, or I don't know if drapes means what I think it means in terms of like exactly the object I'm thinking, but it's basically the cloth that you put to cover your window. So she has exactly the name of that object for us. So it's kind of funny, you know? It's like a Brazilian character that was called like refrigerator or something like that, you know? Just a random object name. Oh, he's wounded. Okay. Oh, I'm moving again. Quest, man, quest. Cortina, goes to quest 2. Okay. So you guys can move. So let's see how the rune power is doing now. Maybe we can bring the Phoenix in. Let's see. So we have 9 plus 5 of Kyloff plus 14. So 9, 5, 14, 14, 28. Technically we could. The problem is all of these numbers don't help us a whole lot because they all end in 4. We need them to end in 5. Like 215 for example, instead of 214. And here, 324. They need to be exactly multiples of 5, you know. They just don't help us if they are like 4 or 3. They just don't, because as you can see, for example, the cost is like 25 for this merman right here. So it's either, is always multiples of 5. So 35, 40, 45, 50, you know, always. So when you have like 193, for example, might as well have 190, you know, doesn't help at all, the 3. So that's the situation we are in here. So we need to level up just once more and we should be able to start using... Jesus, she's level 19 already. absolutely insane. This has been going incredibly fast for her and for Chantail here. Unfortunately, not so much for Kylo. So I'm finished here. So up here we had that super weird turn where Norgard was completely dead, and for some reason they were able to... As you can see, they have 0 monsters here, they only have knights. They can't keep this castle at all. But by attacking they extended their existence here. So that's very interesting what they did here. Oh, there's actually a bunch of random monsters here. Let's delete every one of them. Yeah. Let me see if I can put everybody... We are completely full in this team here. So there's not a whole lot we can do about it, unfortunately. But this team has been getting XP also pretty quickly. The problem is that leveling up any knights after the level 20 is just brutal. It takes forever. Yeah. But this team is pretty much almost ready to be split in 2. So there you go, this team is going to move this turn, the other team is also going to move this turn, so we are going to just watch the next turn. Basically. Oh, there's another guy in Aston. He was hurt in the last turn. There you go. So basically we are going to just watch this turn, so let's check to see what's going to happen. So Norgard now has 3 castles, not anymore. They have been cut off. Oh my god, the Asgar's conquered almost the entire territory of Olmecchia now. Yeah, Norgard only has 1 castle again. But I think they have a castle close to us. So that means we can actually be the ones to kill them and get the bonus knights. We'll see. Oh, this quest is long, man. On the first day, on the second day, on the third day. Yeah, it takes forever. Our priest, our cleric character, got 4 strength points. That's awesome. Super useful. Oh, flame axe. That is actually useful. We got all of the like low level knights that you can get. We got Dogal, we got Hayud, which is the ranger that has super high rune power. We got Cortina, which has high rune power for level 1. We got everybody. So I'm satisfied with that. That said, the real good knights that you can get are only available after the kingdoms start actually falling. In this game they are not called kingdoms, they are called countries, for some reason. Okay, so actually I think it's time for us to start prepping for the eventual moment in which we are going to actually start using the rest of the army. Oh, that's actually really good. So we have a place to summon dragons there. And the rocks here, but I think I can summon rocks here too. No, actually. So I'm going to put half the knights that I need here and not the other half here. So since I'm going to be splitting our main team and our secondary team, that means that I need basically 6 more knights. So what 6 knights am I going to choose? Let me think. So Asmith for sure is one of them. Dogal is one of them because of the rune power. Langerborg for sure is not one of them. Absolutely not. So who else? I need to think about this. I actually need to like open the game when I'm not like recording, so I can like make some calculations and use the best combinations of knights possible, because there are going to be a bunch of like weaker knights for us to start training. So the idea is to have one troop one army of 3 knights defending here, and another one just attacking everything here. So eventually we're going to have 2 defending here. So probably we just keep a reasonably good team defending up here, and the other 3 will wreak havoc here. We are going to try to conquer things as fast as possible. But I need to actually think about this first. So actually I think the better idea, what I should do, is to actually start bringing everybody to the same castle, so I can make my analysis easier. Like this, I'm going to send everybody to Talus, and I'm not going to send anybody to quest anymore. I'm going to wait for everybody that's wounded to heal, and everybody that's away to come back, so I can actually correctly assess who am I going to use here and how the teams are going to look, you know what I mean? And while they come back, I'll keep doing what I've been doing. And probably this is going to be the last turn for Norgard. Oh man, and they have so many good units. Oh, the Red Dragon, so you guys can see. It has the Fire Breath, which is 4, Hex's Breath, which is brutal. This one is the one that comes before the Salamander. And the White Dragon, the Man-Eater, which is the evolution of the Mandrake. They already had the Archdemon. So yeah, we are going to have to kill every knight here. If we are the first ones to attack here, we'll see. We might be, or we might not be, who knows. But we are going to attack here in the next, not in the next turn, on this turn. But that's going to happen in the next video. So guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.